And away we go. It is the nightcap right here on BearcatJournal.com, brought to you, as always, by our good friends at Galactic Fried Chicken, www.galacticfriedchicken.com. Download the app for Android, iPhone, everything Galactic. And when you get there, tell them pump it up. Get 15% off. Get you some chicken legs. Get you some tendies, some mac and cheese, some mashed potatoes. And I keep saying this, Aaron. One of these days I'm going to be right. It snowed today. I think it's going to be 80. I think it's going to be 80 degrees this weekend.
It is. Yes.
So you can go to Galactic and sit out on the patio and enjoy an outside dining experience with our friends at Galactic Fried Chicken.
Can't wait. And also,
I'm going to be in the gym.
The mask mandate for airlines is over now. So is the pandemic over? Have we beat COVID?
No, I think there's a new strain that's like actually starting to rage, but I'm not into that. I'm going to be in a gym all weekend. I won't get to enjoy it.
It's just exciting. I thought
maybe when I'm outside smoking cigarettes and I'm sweating because it's 30 degrees in the gym and 80 degrees outside. But yeah. Anyhow, Galactic Fried Chicken. So, Aaron, this is a one-topic show tonight.
Okay.
I mean, we'll have plenty more to get to throughout the week.
Yes.
But today was a big day in Bearcat Land. Big day in Bearcat Land.
Yeah.
Around 11 o'clock this morning, Corey Kiner puts it, former Roger Bacon and all-time great in Ohio football lore, Corey Kiner, 4-star, went to LSU, was the number 2 leading rusher at LSU as a true freshman. About 11 o'clock this morning, Corey Kiner puts on Twitter that he is entering his name into the transfer portal. 6 o'clock tonight, Corey Kiner commits to the Cincinnati Bearcats. There you go.
That's from Edits by Taylor, by the way.
Of course. This is a significant change to the Cincinnati football roster, Aaron. They have a good running back room. I like their running back room.
Brady talked about it tonight on the BBP.
I don't know if there was a Mike Warren or Jared Dokes or a Jerome Ford currently on the roster. I thought maybe Miles Montgomery has that potential. We don't know for sure yet. I thought he had a good spring. Ryan Montgomery was held out after getting some work done after the season. Mm-hmm. Ethan Wright had a good spring. Charles McClellan had a good spring. Mm-hmm. But I didn't know that there was
a dude.
And now I think there's a dude. Corey Kiner comes home. The prodigal son has returned. And this is a big day for the Cincinnati football program, Aaron.
He was the top 160 of his class. Mm-hmm. He would have been the highest recruited, the highest rated recruit, according to the 24/7 composite, ever in the history of Cincinnati Bearcats recruiting history. Where's the downside?
Well, I'm not getting into the negative BS on here. There's no downside. Your team.
I guess that's my point. I don't see anything like you got better in every facet of the way. Like, this is a guy that you would always bring in 100% of the time, regardless of his hometown, whether it's here in Cincinnati, which is the case. And it's a fantastic thing that you're bringing a hometown kid back home. But outside of the fact, if he was from Albuquerque, New Mexico, you bring this kid in.
Mike Warren left.
Mm-hmm.
2 days later, Jerome Ford came in.
Mm-hmm.
That worked out,
mm-hmm.
right? Jerome Ford, off to the NFL, is mm-hmm. going to hear his name called next weekend.
Probably 4th round.
Fourth. It's
Third,
running backs. It's hard to tell.
Third, fourth, fifth. We'll see.
It's running backs. It's hard to tell.
Yes.
But he's going to hear his name called. You bring in Corey Kiner. And why do you do that? Because iron sharpens iron. This is the Luke Fickell mantra. This is making the program better in every way possible. And in a situation where you need that running back room to be as great as humanly possible, because you're working in the replacement to Des Ridder. Do we both think either Ben Bryant or Evan Prater has a chance to be really good running the show at Cincinnati next year? Yes. Is that amplified? Are the odds that happens better with Corey Kiner on your roster? Yes.
Ted, you're also bringing in the replacement, a replacement for Jerome Ford, which that was a dude too. That's
what I just said. Jerome Ford leaves. Mike Warren leaves. Jerome Ford comes in. Jerome Ford leaves. Corey Kiner comes in.
Well, I don't want it to just be the fact that Dez left. I mean, you did say that, and then you followed that up with Dez is gone, and you have to have a halfback. But again, that's just to hammer home the point that you don't have a guy that is of a Jerome Ford mold currently as things stand. And now I think you're closer. You're certainly closer.
Well, they're different. I don't know that Corey has Ford's ridiculous burst
and speed, right?
Where he just would like all of a sudden everyone, it was like the rest of the field went in slow motion when Jerome Ford found a crease. And all of a sudden it was just Jerome Ford running away from people running in slow motion in real life. I don't know that Corey Kiner has that. What I do know, Corey Kiner broke almost 40% of the tackles he faced in the SEC as a true freshman. Absurd.
And this is not the SEC.
No, he ain't playing in the SEC West next year.
This is not the SEC.
So I think now, and there was a conversation on this on the board today that I'm interested to see how it plays out. It was talking about would he be like a 20 carry back? I don't think you need him to be, and anymore in football, I don't think you want anybody to be 25, 30 carries because it just puts so much wear and tear. And you do have talent in that room.
Right. And let's think about that. When you say is Corey on if you ran Corey Kiner for 20 carries a game, are you telling me that bringing in Chuck, bringing in a Ryan Montgomery, bringing in a Miles Montgomery to spell him for 5, 7, 10 of those snaps, 15 of those snaps is not going to be better for the offense? You can't convince me of that.
Now, the conversation centered around this would be like 2018, Dez's first year, where you leaned on Mike Warren heavily.
Yeah. We also had Jared Dokes.
No, Dokes was out that year.
He was out that year. You're right.
Yeah, he had the sports hernia that year. Dokes was supposed to be the starter going into all that. Mm-hmm. And then at camp, he got the sports hernia.
It was the next year you had Dokes coming in.
Yeah, it was the next year you had both. You now have the luxury, I think, of having a thumper, of a guy that you can hand the ball on those inside zones, and you're confident he's going to keep moving forward, and he's going to set your offense up in a lot of 2nd and 6, 3rd and 4. And with a new quarterback, you need 2nd and 6, 3rd and 4. Like, that's what makes quarterbacks successful, is 2nd and manageable and 3rd and short. Like, you're converting 3rd downs, you're moving the chains, you're driving down the field, you're wearing down defenses. Corey Kiner absolutely gives you a known commodity in that regard.
And you certainly had that already in Ethan Wright, if we're being honest, that he was going to get you. Well, I just mean going north and south, he was going to get you 4 yards. I don't think that you could argue that he was going on average to get you 4 yards.
I think you can argue that. Like,
I don't think it would have been. If it then maybe you're looking at what 3.5, 3.8. It wasn't going to be that much different as far as off of the 4 yards. I don't mean different from Corey Kiner. What I'm saying with Corey Kiner is probably more to your point of that 6, 8. You did have a guy that was going to get you north and south. This gets you that second level, though, when you're talking about a 45% breaking the first tackle kind of guy.
I mean, Ethan Wright averaged. Well, he had a couple of long runs. Well, this doesn't give me the stats that I want. Why would it just give me the receiving stats?
I don't know. I'm looking it up.
I had it.
I'm on Sports Reference still. He's averaging right now for his career 9 yards receiving, 5.3 rushing.
Yeah.
153 yards, 29 carries.
I don't think that's enough to be like, for sure, this is a guy you can thump between the tackles.
No, it's a very small snapshot. I'm not ever going to put anything in 29 carries.
I'm saying in 80 carries in the SEC, Corey Kiner gave you the belief that
4.1. Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to get 3-4 yards, and you're going to put yourself in second and manageable and third and short. I'm just not like, and it's not that I think Ethan Wright's not any good. I'm just saying I think you feel better about it.
Different style runners.
Yeah. Sure. Corey's a tank. He's 5'10" and like all
bowling ball.
Yeah. He's got great ankles.
MJD, Maurice Jones-Drew-esque.
Yeah.
Whereas Ethan Wright is built in the new running back model where you are taller, lankier, shoot the gap, go.
Right.
Can also fill in a slot situation, but
yeah. So this is it's a big day for this football program. Once again,
the team got better. Inarguably, the team got better. For those who are trying to make an argument otherwise, you're just contrarian.
Right. You're just being an ass. Spoken from somebody that is an ass and understands what it looks like.
Try working for him.
We're not done yet. Unfortunately,
that was the joke. I wanted to.
That was the joke, but we weren't.
I took it down immediately.
You shot too early.
I took it down immediately.
You shot too early.
I knew.
See, that's Aaron's new play. He makes the joke and then ends the show.
We're out of here. I got the last word.
But it has to be at a time when the show's ready to end.
It's fine.
But this impacts your receivers.
Yeah.
It forces the defense to put 8 in the box.
It impacts your offensive line.
Yeah, now you got all these weapons out wide that are dealing with single coverage down the field. You got an offensive line that look, offensive linemen, 90% of them will tell you, I just want to line up and hit somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And when you have a thumper, when you have a back like this, you get to line up and hit somebody a lot.
Is Cam Jones the most excited guy on this offensive line right now?
I mean, I'm sure there's several that are pretty pumped up.
Is Metz the most excited?
Yeah.
I hit man now.
Metz just gets to line up, and they're going to be like, we're running off right guard. And Metz just gets to drive his guy like 15 yards down the field with Corey running behind him.
Just holding them up in the air.
You come with me. I show you 10-yard line. See?
Legs dangling, flailing. Is it holding if you have them in the air?
As long as you're not outside. If you're inside,
just stay in.
You come with me.
Drago.
So Drago was German, though, right?
Yeah. No,
he was Russian.
Drago was Russian.
Drago was Russian. Metz is German.
Yeah.
I had it backwards.
Yeah.
Sorry. Vic and Drago, not quite the same. Not quite the same. All right, I think now we're done. Like you were only off by like 2 or 3 minutes. You were close. You were close. I commend your efforts. Corey Kiner's a Bearcat. How about that? Big day for the University of Cincinnati. The 2022 Cincinnati Bearcats got better, and that's what it's all about. Thanks to Galactic Fried Chicken. Thanks to Aaron Smith. This is the Nightcap. We'll see you tomorrow right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya!